Eddie, I think a lot of people out there are super curious as we had the hourly wage rumor go around and it kind of got stretched a few different ways. I know you've spoken a bit to that and also a possible creator program. Can you elaborate more on this supposed hourly wage coming for Kick for their streamers and this creator program?
Oh, let's go, baby.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of speculation around that one. I
Hourly
think
pay
we've
is
tried
huge.
slowly addressing it. I think there's been some screenshots of contracts sort of floating around. One specifically with the $16. To address that one in particular. By no means is that $16 guaranteed, right? The amount can be much higher or it could be significantly lower. This all depends on a variety of factors, whether that be, average viewers, chat activity, a few other factors as well. We take into account a lot of factors that we put together when trying to put together a fair hourly rate. And that's exactly what the creator incentive program is going to be based on. The creator incentive program recognizes that live streaming has value. There is a value towards every hour that you stream to an active audience. And, we truly believe that, if you're making good content, and, you do have people watching you, that there is a portion of money that we can dedicate towards paying you almost a salary, I guess you could call it. It's a
That's amazing.
consistent rate, something whereby creators don't have to rely on, hoping that they get gifted money or hoping that they, receive enough donations to make ends meet. So that's a really, really big feature that we hope to roll out soon. I think it's going to be honestly, game changing. It's going to be something which I think a lot of people are going to appreciate. We understand there's a lot of work that's going to go into making this work and be sustainable. Obviously there's elements of abuse that will come into play, but our biggest excitement is that it's going to allow for, I think, a lot of people who are kind of maybe small to medium-sized streamers that can't really make that switch to full-time streaming at the moment because they don't get enough gifted subs or whatever it may be, or
Yes.
they don't quite make enough money off donations, that they'll have the ability to go, you know what, I'm going to give this a red hot crack. And we think the biggest thing that'll come from this is a next generation of streamers that are going to be, able to make it up there with some of these top players. And I think that's going to be a massive driving force behind Kick. We want to see homegrown Kick streamers, building their communities, building their foundation on Kick and becoming, Kick born and bred streamers. And this is where we think the next generations of streamers is going to be built from, is from this creator incentive program. So, we are really looking forward to bringing that out. Just to address the $16 thing, there's, obviously we can't give $16 to everyone. That was a specific contract that was drawn up for a specific creator and then subsequently leaked a little bit on Twitter. But with that said, it could go much higher. It could be much higher than $16 as well. So, on the flip side, it depends a little bit on a few circumstances. The whole idea behind the creator incentive program is like, hold on a second. The most important people in the streaming industry, are not the XQCs. XQC is amazing, and XQC is going to help bring Kick to another level. But the most important people are those people between, say, 50 to 100 to 500 to 1,000 viewers. Those are the huge, heck, even the people below 50 viewers, right? They are the people we really need to bring on board. And the best way to cater to them, we feel, is through an embedded, platform which will look after them. I think putting together singular contracts for each and every one of them would be not scalable. So our scalable solution to being able to offer everyone the ability to stream with, without having to worry so much about, like I said, the subs and the donations, will be the creator incentive program. So that is a big part of that. So we're not sleeping on the idea of bringing over smaller creators. That is actually front of mind. So when you see X amount of dollars, used towards a contract with the likes of XQC, we've got far more that we're allocating towards that smaller to medium to sort of, large size creators as well. That's for sure. We understand that value, and I agree with you. I personally think $100 million contracts will always be more valuable than $100 million contract. XQC though was a singular situation whereby it was just the perfect circumstances, the perfect name, and the perfect, the perfect opportunity to really enter this space aggressively.
So you're saying based off the rumored And I know you can't confirm numbers. Based off the rumored $100 million allocated for XQC signing, you guys are looking to allocate far more than that for smaller and middle tier streamers in the future?
Oh, hell yeah. Way more. What we did, yeah. Obviously, we're not going to dedicate the majority of our budget to one single person. That would be insanity. Again, we understand that there's costs associated with entering this market. We understand that. We understand there's costs. And we accept that. We accept that this is a very tight industry that is currently held very tightly by very few players. And in order to enter it, you're going to have to be aggressive. There's no two ways about it. You're going to have to be ready to spend a bit in order to make a bit down the track.
Wow, so very interesting, guys. Very interesting to say the least. Kick will be dropping their Kick Creator Program sometime in the future. Didn't really get an exact date, but it will pay, smaller streamers an hourly wage. He did say it will fluctuate on the wage, with how many viewers that you do have, but he even said small, medium, large. That's going to be their main focus, and the hourly wage is coming to offer someone a salary, basically, to stream on Kick and not have to rely on, gifted subs or direct donations. And I think that's a massive win. They're the first ever streaming platform to do this, and this is really, really cool stuff to see. If you guys do want to watch more of this interview, the link will be down below in the comments for the whole podcast. Hopefully you guys like and share the video.